morning, this is Marcus Brown bringing you today's market update. We start in Russia, where Natwest has frozen the bank accounts of the Kremlin-funded news channel RT in a move that will have likely reprisals for the UK. Russia's ruling party have sought an explanation from the UK bank, as RT claimed that facilities have been withdrawn with no explanation or redress. According to reports, the broadcaster had been given 60 days notice of the closure due to concerns its accounts did not meet internal risk criteria and regulatory requirements. There is no doubt Russian President Vladimir Putin will suspect the UK government involvement as tensions rise between the two nations after Boris Johnson called for protests outside the Russian embassy in London after Russia's acts in Syria. In Brexit news, the government's indecisiveness has been seen as a major factor in recent fluctuations and ultimate decline in the value of the sterling. A timetable for Article 50 has supposedly been established, yet clarity on the stance UK will take and its united front towards this goal are far from being realised, as Parliament calls for a decisive role in how Britain will leave the European Union. Despite this, inflation data is expected to show an annual rise of 0.9% for September, driven by energy and food prices. Given that data was collected several weeks ago, the recent plunge in the sterling will not be clear in this consumer price index. However, it is expected that the decline in the pound will eventually filter through to consumers as foreign imports get more expensive and retailers accept higher costs, eating away at the value of the sterling in consumers' pockets. Yesterday saw a number of US corporate results released, as Netflix announced greater earnings than expected, resulting in a 20% rise in its share price in after-hours trading. There was also positive news for the Bank of America and United Continental, with each exceeding analyst expectations. The London Stock Exchange is readying itself for two new arrivals, as Luceco, an LED lighting and portable power manufacturer, as well as waste management firm Biffa, announced plans to float on Thursday. In other corporate news, William Hill has halted talks with Canada's Myer over a proposed merger. Fashion giant Burberry has reported an underlying revenue fall of 4% to £1.2 billion in a challenging external environment in the 6 months to the 30th of September. Ryanair has reduced its net profit guidance by 5%, with the budget airline now expecting between 1.3 to 1.35 billion euros. It blamed the 18% fall of the sterling after Brexit. Ladbrokes has reported a 12.1% growth in group net revenue in the 3 months to the 30th of September. The bookmaker said its performance is in line with full-year expectations. In upcoming data, 9:30 a.m. UK Consumer Price Index for September is released, along with the UK Retail Price Index. 1:30 p.m. US Consumer Price Index for September is announced, and at 3 p.m. US NAHB Housing Market Index data for October is revealed. Thank you for listening.